It's Chippy, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to thumbs up, like and subscribe and all that sort of nice stuff with the videos, because I'm going to show you the Lenovo Ideapad Flex 10 now. I'm going to do a very quick overview of the device. If you want the full review of this, go to notebookcheck.net, which is where I've written the full review for the Flex 10. Loads of information, real deep dive into some of the performance characteristics of the device, loads of benchmarks and comparisons as well. Really quick summary for you. This is a modern netbook device that has a couple of really nice features. Feature number one is that, which allows you to do that, which is a really great way, I have to say, of using Windows 8 with a finger. It leaves you to do other stuff. You could even actually be effectively having another laptop in front of you and have this running on the side, or you could be eating your lunch. I really like that mode, and I think Lenovo has got a winner on their hand with that Flex kind of style. It's not full tablet, but you don't need full tablet on a 1.2 kilogram device. That doesn't work very well anyway. So this really fits that 270 degree spin on the screen there. Second thing is, this is a fanless device. Fanless Atom, fanless Bay Trail M dual core 1.6 to 2 gigahertz CPU with a reasonable level of processing power. About twice as much as you used to get on a netbook, not quite as much as you get on these quad-core Bay Trail T tablets that you can get for quite a cheap price now. Talking of pricing, this has just gone below 300 euros in Europe, 290 street price. I expect you'll see it at $300 in the US very, very soon. It's 320 as I speak. Keyboard great, really actually quite good. The keyboard, mouse acceptable. It's got multi-touch gestures on it. Battery life 3 to 7 hours depending on how you're going to use it. 3 hours would be the very heavy web and application usage. 7 hours would be a sort of idle typing experience. And video watching at around 5 hours as well. And that mode there is really useful for, you know, the seat back scenario on your trains and planes and in the back of your cars, back of your automobiles. Ports wise, we've got full HDMI, USB 3, so that's useful for getting things like USB docking ports working with this. We've got a USB 2 here, and that is pretty much it actually, apart from the headset port. So there's no SD card slot, there's no VGA slot, there's no Ethernet port either, but I think that's acceptable for a device these days. Not many people are using Ethernet ports on the go now. Wi-Fi is getting faster and faster, and this supports N single channel, so 150 megabits per second Wi-Fi on this, and it seems pretty good in terms of performance there. So two negative points on this I want to highlight. Number one is the screen. It is a quite low quality screen. It's acceptable for, you know, watching videos and YouTube and web browsing and casual use, but it's not high brightness, it's not IPS, it hasn't got a great contrast or great color range either, so it is one of the cheaper screens. 1366 by 768, yeah, you might want a little bit higher res, but actually I think that fits quite nicely with the 10-inch touchscreen anyway, so I'm not complaining about that. And it fits with the price, okay? You can get tablets with better screens than this, 10-inch tablets with better screens than this, but you won't get them that screen in a sort of laptop form factor with the keyboard for that price. Now, I think the more important problem with this one is that it's got a hard drive inside. So it's fanless, but it does have the hard drive, so you can occasionally hear the hard drive clicking if you're in a silent room. But the most important thing here is this is the bottleneck for performance on this device. Coming out of standby after a day, for example, where the device has to start doing more caching, more indexing, checking for updates, virus checking, that sort of stuff. That can really slow the device down. Switching the device on for the first time out of the box is a horrible experience for many hours until you've done the updates, until all the indexing is done, and all the stuff that goes on in the background with Windows 8 that never used to happen with Windows XP. So hard drive on Windows XP was a better experience than hard drive with Windows 8. Having said that, after 2 or 3 days of use, it got a lot better, and as long as you're not doing multiple stuff, applications in the background, and doing, for example, a file decompress, you know, a WinZip zip file decompress plus, I don't know, some uploading or some virus checking, then things will be okay. But I will recommend to Lenovo that this should have a small SSD in it. It shouldn't have 320 gig hard drive, in my opinion. There should at least be an option for a small SSD, even if it's going to put $10 on the price. I think that fits very nicely. And when I look back at this netbook that I had in 2008, the hard drive died in 2010. I put a 32 gig SSD in it, a really cheap 32 gig SSD in it, and it made a huge difference to the startup speeds, application startup speeds, and the whole smoothness of the desktop and laptop experience in general. So I know that if you could drop an SSD in here, it's got a full SATA interface, that it's going to make this into a really interesting and fast user experience device. So I've done the full review of this for notebookcheck.net. Notebookcheck.net is a site that I'm doing some work for now. They are letting me do those sort of follow-up videos, round-up videos here on my channel, and I'm writing sort of personal views on UMPCPortal as well. So go to notebookcheck.net, where the full review is there for you to have a look, and think about fanless, think about that, think about $299, think about the performance and what you get for the money, and I think you'll find that this is quite a good deal. I like it, and I want to see Lenovo take that Flex into new areas, not only high-end. They've got the Flex 11, 14, 15. Is there a 13? I don't think there's a 13. But you know, even a Flex 10 or a Flex 11 with a quad-core bay trail, small SSD, and an IPS screen at $400, and it would really be an interesting, a very interesting device. So we'll see if we can do an SSD upgrade on this one, and yeah, hopefully we can do that and show the difference. But for the time being, that's the Lenovo Flex 10. If you like that, if you've got it, if you've done the SSD upgrade, please put a comment down below the video. I'd love to hear about that. Next up though, and if you subscribe, you get notifications on this, is the HP Pro X2 G1, another fanless device. This is a 2-in-1 to tablet that docks into a keyboard. It's a Core i5 fanless device as well, so that's also a very unique fanless device. And as we look towards the end of 2014, 2015, with Broadcom and other platforms that are coming along, fanless is going to be a big topic, I believe. And once you've had fanless, you don't want to go back. Trust me, it's a seriously important specification to be thinking about for this year. So that though, the HP Pro G1 is $1,000, but it's Core i5, very fast SSD, extremely fast SSD in it, nice keyboard, weight a little bit too heavy for my liking, but it's got a nice build internally. But check it out, check that out. We'll be doing the review on notebookcheck.net, and I'll do another intro video on that probably after this one, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching this one though, and Chippy, at Chippy on Twitter, if you need to ask me any questions, pop comment down in the comments downstairs, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.